Breaking news, giant man made out of marble arrested for vagrancy at the nation's capital. Well, this week Donald Trump, our president who looks the most the way a hangover feels, federalized the National Guard in D.C. to crack down on criminals not savvy enough to make backroom deals with his former lawyer in exchange for exonerating him from his relationship to a trafficker. Isn't it fun how every week we all live through an entire season of House of Cards? Remember, he himself is guilty on 34 felony counts, so technically all he has to do to lower the number of criminals in the city is not show up to work. Also, who wants to tell the DOJ they still have a press release on their website claiming violent crime in D.C. is at a 30-year low? Mr. President, if you needed this much help with how numbers work, you shouldn't have shut down PBS. So, why are we doing this?
Statistics don't tell the entire story, and obviously if you're a victim of crime or if you know somebody who is, it matters a much bigger deal to you as opposed to just seeing something on a bar graph.
Oh, we're just using anecdotal evidence. Cool. Well, the only violence I've ever seen in DC was this on TV, so maybe we should have that looked into? Also, say that last part again.
It matters a much bigger deal to you as opposed to just seeing something on a bar graph.
All right, we shouldn't trust graphs. Got it.
There's your number. We're doing well.
So the next one compares, we finally have the 2024 data on what happened with real family income in the United States.
Well, now I don't know what to believe. God, he is such a gifted speaker. By the way, my favorite part of that clip is how even the bust of Lincoln is ashamed as he walked by. He's like, Jesus Christ, dude. The National Guard is also being sent to solve homelessness. Well, I'll let Caroline Levitt stiffly explain.
And if they refuse, they will be susceptible to fines or to jail time.
Great idea. Fine them. You hear that, homeless people? Get your act together, or we might have to dip into your savings. So to recap, the party of small government who all sleep with the Second Amendment under their pillow just in case they ever need protection from that government's overreach are now asserting federal authority over a city. Well, at least we'll never need to tariff hypocrisy since we're so good at producing it domestically. As awful as this is, seeing troops standing around aimlessly is something I think we can kind of all relate to. Who among us hasn't worked a job where we had to pretend that we're busy because our idiotic manager overstaffed? So this is just another unprecedented travesty that we'll all forget by the middle of next week when he declares war on Pepsi or whatever, but at least history will remember. And he's censoring the Smithsonian. That's right, the Trump administration is doing a comprehensive internal review of the Smithsonian, quote, to ensure alignment with the president's directive to celebrate American exceptionalism. First of all, the president doesn't even ensure his own alignment. Remove divisive or partisan narratives. I'm pretty sure indigenous Americans also wanted us to remove our divisive and partisan narratives, but we kind of insisted. And restore confidence in our shared cultural institutions. Sure, as long as you don't provoke the armed guards and fatigues we have roaming the city. Look, the Smithsonian isn't a political tool. It's a spotlight for history. I should know. I used to go every year on my birthday. Finally, an excuse for me to show off half a decade's worth of me punching the same statue. The Smithsonian isn't unfairly partisan for or against any president. There's not a Chester A. Arthur exhibit, okay? Here's an idea, Mr. President. If you don't want to end up in a bad light in history museums, stop f***ing up at a historic level, because that's what the Smithsonian is, a genuine time capsule of what happened. And being suspicious of it is like saying photography has an agenda. Oh, well, sure, I'm gonna look bad if you focus light through a lens onto a surface that way. Well, actually, he might have a point. See you next time. Hey, like, share, and subscribe to get more content just like this. I do a lot of stuff like this. You should check it out. I'll be right here. How you doing? Cool. Good. Did you, oh, no, go ahead. No. Oh. All right, let's just cut it.